Here's another thing we learn about love. Real love is not soft about sin. Our world looks at sin, right? And we want to excuse it and we want to turn a blind eye to it and pretend like it's no big deal. In many cases, we make a joke out of it and it's fun and it's entertainment and all those sort of things. And yet to God, it's not those things because again, it's one of the most damaging things to our relationships, our relationship with Him and our relationships with each other in our lives, right? And so hopefully again, in reflecting the faithfulness that Christ has shown us and that He lives by, that we'll be prompted to follow in His footsteps and be faithful in the same way. Having that type of Christ-like faithful love means that we are going to not be soft about sin either, regardless if the world and others around us are, right? And in that way, we're able to be a good influence and a light that points others to where God wants us to be, right? And life just works better the way that God intended for it to. All right, look at a couple more passages that help us see that as well. Romans chapter 12, verse 9 reads, "Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil and cling to what is good. I love the strong language or words that are used there, right? Hate what is evil, cling, hold tightly to what is good, right? And I think too often I've seen in my life, and maybe you guys see in, at times in your life or in other people's life in our world, I think we get those flipped and we cling to what is evil and we tend to hate what is good, maybe because it's not the most comfortable, right? Or it's not what I'm used to. But God tells us the proper way to do this that brings blessing is to hate what is evil and to cling to what is good like Jesus did. Also in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the love chapter, as it often is referred to in the Bible, right? Love is this, love is that, love does this, love does not do that. Here's one of the things it tells us in that chapter about love in verse 6. It says, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. And so a few other things as we move forward that we learn about love is real love doesn't compromise truth. In other words, you cannot be faithful in love and be unfaithful in righteousness. The two have to go together, right? We can't separate them if it's going to be the real thing. All right, go ahead and write this down on your next blanks here, okay? Culture, which I kind of already referred to a little bit, but culture and the world around us tells us that love means acceptance. Hebrews, and God is teaching us through Hebrews, it says that love means allegiance. All right, and let that sink in for a little bit. But again, I think a lot of times what we think we're looking for in the name of love or how we treat other people in the name of love and what we let them do or we don't let them do within our relationships, we call it love, even though maybe we know something is not right, it's not healthy, it's not good for them or good for us, and we let it slide because we go, look how loving I am. See, I'm being tolerant, I'm being acceptable. All right, and I don't want to feel like I'm totally stepping on that and saying that there's never room for that. But again, if what we're caring more about is acceptance rather than committing ourselves to be faithful to what's true, what's right, and what's in the best interest of each party that's within those relationships to the glory of God, then we've missed it, guys, and we're in for trouble. All right? But culture says love means acceptance. Hebrews says love means allegiance.